On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs, gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs, gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs, gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs, gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children.
Bueno, no solamente a todos los Estados Unidos, a toda la gente, a todos los que nos escuchan en todo el mundo. Desde el año 2015, el SAN FERNANDO VALLEY Refugee Children Center en Los Ángeles, o sea, el Centro de Niños Refugiados del Valle de San Fernando, ha salvado miles de vidas de niños refugiados y desplazados en Estados Unidos, brindándoles asistencia legal para obtener asilo y necesidades básicas como comida, refugio y ropa. Pero con la actual crisis, o sea, con esta ley que está separando familias y que afecta a tantos niños a lo largo de la frontera entre México y Estados Unidos, el centro necesita desesperadamente nuestra ayuda. Son tantos niños los que les están llegando que simplemente ya no pueden salvar más vidas sin ayuda. Actualmente se estima que hay más de 3,000 niños en Los Ángeles y el sur de California que están solos, sin un lugar a donde ir y sin poderse reunir con su familia. El San Fernando Valley Refugee Children Center en Los Ángeles es por ahora su única esperanza para ellos. Así es que esta noche, este sábado 11 de agosto, habrá un evento, una gala para recaudación de fondos. Alcemos nuestras voces y difundamos este evento para ayudarlos, porque son vidas inocentes que necesitan nuestra ayuda. Ayudar, si es que quieren, es muy simple. Solamente ingresen al sitio web que les estoy poniendo aquí abajo para poder donar. También pueden enviar la palabra refugee al 77948 desde su celular si están en Estados Unidos. Repito, si están en Estados Unidos, manden un texto con la palabra refugee al 77948 desde su celular. Les agradezco de corazón cualquier ayuda que podamos dar. Juntos y unidos, los latinos como una sola raza. Mil gracias.
Now, reminding us all why we are here tonight. A voice for all children, a top contender on NBC's America's Got Talent, 12-year-old Angelito Garcia.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm so happy to be here tonight. Estoy muy feliz por esta invitación para esta causa tan bonita. Gracias. And have a good time. Thank you.
But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs, gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video.
Un ángel, un angelito, un gran aplauso. Gracias, gracias. Good evening, everyone. What a beautiful way to welcome you to this night with the biggest superstar in Latin America and this beautiful angel to remind us why we're here this evening, for the children. We're going to hear more from Angelito later and cheer him on in the finals of America's Got Talent for sure. But oh my goodness, what you're experiencing tonight in this room is a labor of love and a labor of true compassion and the right thing to do. So many of you here volunteered your services, your time, your hearts to this humble organization that has such expansive reach and does the real work of God. And we made this night happen, and you know who you are, and from my heart to yours, I thank you. Yes, please put your hands together. You know, it's funny about being local and small. The world has changed. We have large reach, and so does this program. Tonight, we are live streamed across the world, where in this room and beyond, everybody can text to donate, Refugee 77948. We're here to make funds for these kids, raise funds. And it's fitting, because what we face here locally, we face globally. I got involved in the San Fernando Valley Children's Refugee Center in North Hills almost a year ago, and I became very passionate about it. I had dear friends who, like me, adopted a beautiful baby girl from Guatemala. She's 12 now. And these beautiful friends who have, thank you, my gorgeous girl, my life, they had also adopted a son, Carlos, from Guatemala, and they called me and they said, this is a tiny center in North Hills, but they're mighty in their reach, advocating for these kids who have fled for their lives from Central America and ended up in our city, in the San Fernando Valley, unaccompanied minors, thousands of them, looking for asylum, worthy just like my child. Like many of you, I've been heartbroken, enraged by the family separations on the border. But I had no idea that thousands of these kids were in our own backyards and in the backyards of many cities across this nation in desperate need of help. I saw my child in every child, and I saw myself in every mother who would do anything in her power to save her children from violence and harm. Yes, I would leave my country. Yes, I would sneak across a border. Yes, I would do anything. It's not political. I would do anything to save my child and give her a better life. This amazing center understands the true plight and lucha of these kids and does so much with so little. Trauma counseling, community support, but mainly we raise funds to secure legal representation so each child has a chance at asylum. With legal representation, they have almost an 85% chance or more of getting asylum. Without it, they're almost all deported and to their almost certain deaths. And that's what happens without a lawyer. That is why you've been here tonight, my friends, and why your support is such a big gift. With all my heart, I thank you for coming out on a Saturday night for this little center that does so much. Will the dedicated staff, board of trustees, all the volunteers, sponsors who have made this night possible, Edward, Kim Marshall, Mark Kriske, oh my God, so many others, please stand up. Abril, Amanda, Yolanda, please. Q. Reyes and su esposa Osiris. Thank you. You made this night happen. All right, let's get started. It is my honor now to introduce you to my fellow co-chairs for the evening. First, the renowned linguist, political activist, and author Noam Chomsky. The celebrated social critic has a personal friendship with Pastor Fred, who you're going to meet, the director of our center, and cares deeply about the crisis on the border and the life-saving work the center is doing. He could not be here in person tonight, but I did have the opportunity to interview him in Tucson, and we want to share with you his meaningful perspective because it will set the stage for our important mission tonight. Mr. Noam Chomsky. On behalf of the San Fernando Valley Refugee Center, particularly Pastor Morris, I really appreciate you taking the time. You have been a leading voice on the refugee crisis, not just from Central and South America, but all over the world for decades. But this moment in time, with the thousands of families from Central America at our gates and being separated by the zero-tolerance policy, the children jailed, how dangerous is this moment in your estimation, and what does it mean for the United States?
Well, I think we should really regard the so-called refugee crisis as a deep moral crisis in the West. I mean, tens of hundreds of thousands of people, it's going to be many more in the future, are fleeing from intolerable conditions, from violence, terror, starvation. They're, of course, fleeing to the places which have wealth and resources, and which furthermore have a major responsibility for their plight. In the case of Central America, the United States has a shocking record of support for murder, violence, slaughter, virtual genocide. The 1980s, we devastated the 3 countries that are now the main source of refugees. And now the end result of this, people are fleeing from the wreckage that we created. Horrifying scandal of children being taken away. But that's been going, something like that's been going on for a long time. Children have been forcibly returned to the country, especially to El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras. We're sending them back to likely torture, murder on the part of gangs, with the girls, rape, being sold as sex slaves, and so on. We're sending them back without even granting them the elementary, internationally recognized right of appealing for asylum, which they very much deserve. Now, the only way of dealing with this is providing them with significant, meaningful legal aid, and that's what the San Fernando Refugee Center is doing, taking these children, mostly girls, giving them the opportunity to have real legal aid so that their plea for asylum can be heard, should be granted, and maybe they can be saved.
And for those who say, yeah, but we can't take them all in, it's overwhelming, what do you say?
Overwhelming? It's not even detectable. A small number of refugees whose presence will be undetectable, except that they'll improve the economy.
I so appreciate you spending the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nanette, Anjuli, oh my gosh, Rosie. There's so many other people that Gloria, Lynn, thank you so much for all of your help in making this night possible. It is now my honor to introduce our other remarkable co-chairs who've helped make this night glamorous and so special with their successful leadership and their big hearts. They brought star power. They brought the amazing Edward Enrique Cohen. Please welcome actress, writer, producer, and humanitarian Ivana de Maria of the hit Univision series La Bella y las Bestias, and actor, activist Ara Betke of the successful series La Piloto, also on Univision. Both were just part of a delegation that visited the border and a detention center. They care so much about these children. Un gran aplauso de bienvenido.
Buenas noches.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor to be here to support and advocate for such an important mission. What we just saw at the border is something that cannot be unseen. It is heart-wrenching and something I never thought I would see in this great country. This is not partisan to me at all, and it's not political. It is simply unacceptable. It's inhumane. We must not ever allow our children to undergo these circumstances. We have lost our empathy, our heart, and our decency. And tonight, we collectively push back on cruelty, and we come together to protect our children. They are all our children, whether imprisoned on the border or in our backyard.
It is truly important that we all raise our voices and not sit back in silence. Because when we do, we are complicit in this madness. There's no policy or justification to harm children. They've risked everything to come here, left all behind, and instead of being given the right to apply for asylum, which is their right under the law, they're treated as criminals. Ivana and I are here because this center champions for these children. And we'd like you to join us in this vital mission. Thank you.
We are going to learn more about the center and the honorees who will be recognized this evening. But first, it is our pleasure to welcome the star of Univision en la Mañana, the anchor of the Univision Morning Show here in Los Angeles, the award-winning journalist and host to guide us through the night, Gabriela Teisier.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, there's so many people in the entertainment industry in front of me. What am I gonna do? Hello, everyone. Good evening. I've been with Univision for about 15 years, and I do this emceeing of things and get things going quite regularly. But today, my heart is pumping, and I'm sure yours too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You would be probably sailing on your yacht, going somewhere. You could be anywhere in the planet, quite literally. For everybody in this room, that applies, I'm almost sure. But I want to tell you, the reason why you're here is because you know that when you support things like this, when you support a child that is now getting services from the San Fernando Valley Center for Children, you are actually putting your money into not only their future, but the planet's future. Remember, these kids are not going anywhere. If they're going back into their country because they end up deported, they're still going to be part of this world. And this is the future of our planet. What we put in their hearts today, which is compassion and love and care, will in turn come back to us. That is important to acknowledge. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for putting your money where your mouth is and really supporting this center that does so much for these kids. And I tell you, I don't joke quite often, but I do when I tell the stories on Univision. Like many of you know, I really know and ask, how can we help? We see this kid, 1-year-old baby, presented in front of a judge. 1-year-old baby? Really? Are you here? Do you understand what you're doing? Really? It's ridiculous for the system. Quite honestly, it's ridiculous for us to be doing that. But you wonder, what can I do? Well, we all wonder. You all doing right now the right thing by being here today, and making your word, your voice be heard is very important. So our entire show will be here being live streamed this evening, so we can have a maximum of opportunity to raise awareness and funds all over the planet, because this is a world crisis. All right, we need to understand that. And to all of you around the world, you can text and donate by texting the word refugee 77948. And this is very important, close to our heart. Pastor Morris has taken on the task of actually spearheading these efforts. I want to introduce this wonderful man, director and founder of the San Fernando Valley Refugee Center, Pastor Fred Morris. Pastor.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for all your support, for being here. I'm overwhelmed to have this many people here. We had a fundraiser last year and we had about 170 people. We're close to 500 here tonight. We opened the Welcome Center in 2015. It started when the annual conference of the United Methodist Church, the California Pacific Conference, responded to the rush of refugee children coming to our border asking for asylum. We formed 4 welcome centers, one here, or one in North Hills, one in Huntington Park, one in Escondido, and one in Claremont Riverside. We became the sort of the flagship of this, and we've grown. The other 3 are here tonight, and our goal is to work together so that we can truly meet the need of the 3,000 plus unaccompanied minors that we know are in Los Angeles. And 700 or more are in the San Fernando Valley. We don't know who they are or where they are, we know they're there. Our center cares for more than 200 of these children, but more come every day asking for help. As you know, these kids have been demonized by our government and by the many people in our country. They're not criminals. They are innocent kids whose lives have been threatened and came here because it was a matter of life and death. We're now going to have an invocation. I've invited 3 other people to share in this. Yeah, well, it's not there. Okay, all right.
I'd like you to know who these kids are. I'd like you to know who these kids are.
I need to be shown what to do.
Since May, including an undocumented mother who says her baby was taken while she was breastfeeding.
We're in the middle of a crisis on our southern border. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. Build that wall, build that wall, build that wall.
The crisis on the border. Thousands of individual children and families are fleeing gangs, threats of death and violence in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras.
They were asking for half my husband's salary. He was late with the payment, so they said they would kill us. They would rape me in front of him and then kill our children. That's what pushed us to leave.
Estaba sola con mi hija y ellos con facilidad llegó el policía y tres pandilleros. Uno de ellos se puso a jugar con mi hija y ese día abusaron ellos 4 de mí. Me dejó saber el policía de que esa era la lección que yo quería y hicieron lo que ellos quisieron. Después de eso fue que yo empecé a ver la forma de irme de ahí.
When they get here, instead of being granted asylum under the legal opportunities that are guaranteed, children are taken away from parents. Individual children are placed in a detention center, kept there for days with the temperature at 55 degrees or lower. We just cannot treat these families, these children like this. It's not humane. That is why our center is so important. Our primary focus is to get legal representation for every child. That costs about $1,500 per child. Without that, they will most assuredly be deported back to their country of origin to their almost certain death. This is a life and death crisis. We also provide counseling and trauma therapy. These kids need a lot of support and guidance through the difficult and strenuous adaptation process they face upon arrival. We also help with medical care, schooling, and reunification of families from all over the country. The need is great in the face of this injustice, but the kids must come first. No one else is doing exactly what we do, and when we reach these kids and are able to help them, we make a real difference.
Pastor Fred, thank you so much for what you do. But I would like you to invite your fellow clergy for the invocation before we serve dinner, if you may, please.
The funding we raise tonight goes primarily for legal fees to help the children and families apply for asylum. We also desperately need to expand our center to meet the needs of the growing number of children. We need to hire more staff. Since this zero tolerance policy, too many kids and families are being denied their constitutional rights to present themselves legally to apply for asylum. Many are being turned back without due process. Some are forced to sneak into the country because officials are blocking legal entry. After the horror of children being separated from their parents, many have been reunited, but many have not and may never be. This is beyond a travesty. This is inhumane and cruel. You here tonight help us tackle this locally where these kids have come to us for help. We have a motto for every child who comes to us: no estás solo, you're not alone. Tonight, you make that a reality. These kids are not alone because you're here. I thank you for your support.
Thank you. So let's invite the clergy for the invocation. Can you do that?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I've invited some clergy representing different faiths to be here and to share an invocation and blessing on our food. We have here Eva LaRue, who is very active in helping in our center. She represents the Baha'i faith and is going to offer a prayer for unity.
Thank you, Pastor Fred. Just want to say quickly what an absolute gift it's been for my daughter and I to have been introduced to Pastor Fred a little more than a year ago, and the Center for Refugee Children, getting a chance to meet and get to know the families and the kids has been so miraculous, because I've never seen courage so personified. Every day, it's not like they had to be courageous once. They continue to be courageous on the daily. And it's been exponentially and inextricably inspirational for my daughter and I. So I would say, if you get a chance, it's every other weekend. My daughter and I go, and we've missed a couple, but you know, it's amazing, and everybody has the most big, warm, amazing hearts, and just get to know the stories and the people, because the gift is greater to you, I think, than it is to them. So I would like to say a Baha'i prayer. O thou kind Lord, thou hast created all humanity from the same stock. Thou hast decreed that all shall belong to the same household. Thy holy presence, there all thy servants and all mankind are sheltered beneath the tabernacle. All have gathered together at thy table of thy bounty. All are illumined through the light of thy providence. O God, thou art kind to all. Thou hast provided for all, dost shelter all, conferrest life upon all. Thou hast endowed each and all with talents and faculties, and all are submerged in the ocean of thy mercy. O thou kind Lord, unite all. Let the religions agree and make the nations one, so that they may see each other as one family and the whole earth as one home. May they all live together in perfect harmony. Thou art the Almighty and the powerful. Thou art the forgiving, and thou art the one who overlooketh the shortcomings of all mankind. Abdul Baha.
I also invited Imam Hafiz Junaid of the Islamic Center of Northridge. Last Sunday, his organization came to our Welcome Center with backpacks for our children, and 125 of our children received a backpack as a gift from the Islamic Center of Northridge.
I want to thank Pastor Fred for the opportunity, and beforehand I want to apologize to you. I might be a bit tongue-twisted. I've never met a celebrity in my life until tonight. My wife is going to flip out when I tell her that I met the actress from CSI. So I ask you all to put your hands together and pray to God that whatever supplication that we make, that He accepts it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I pray to Allah that He puts blessing in this gathering, that He unifies our hearts, that He uses us to utilize and help people regardless of their race, religion, or color. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He blesses these children that are here tonight, that they live up to their potential and they take advantage of every single opportunity that is provided to them, that they become our future lawyers, doctors, and engineers. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He puts blessing in this food today and that we get the strength to stay on this path of righteousness. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Ameen. Thank you so much.
Now we have one of our honorees tonight. She's president of the Sinai Synagogue of Glendale, and she's going to be offering a prayer as well. Maggie?
Thank you. Thank you. The Talmud says the Torah, our Jewish scripture, begins and ends with acts of caring, loving kindness. This is what the San Fernando Valley Refugee Children Center and all those who help it exemplify. As we say, may you go from strength to strength, and the blessing for before dinner. Blessed are you, eternal our God, who brings forth bread from the earth. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
All of our faiths in our sacred scriptures say that we should welcome the immigrant as a member of our family. That is in the sacred scripture of Christians, of Jews, and of Muslims. Unfortunately, all too often, we don't act that way. I'd like to offer a prayer in the name of Jesus. Lord God, we thank you for your presence here tonight. We thank you for these people who've come to share, to take part in the ministry to these children. We thank you for the opportunity we have to be your people in this place. We ask your blessing upon each of us and upon all who are gathered here. And we thank you for the food that is prepared for us, and we ask your blessing upon it. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor Fred. This was really a true example of unity. Please enjoy your dinner. We'll come back with your program in a few minutes, so enjoy, please. Thank you.
On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs, gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video.
Tal vez será bossa nova.
No sé por qué me fascinas, no te lo puedo yo explicar, no sé por qué. No sé qué tienen tus ojos, que no los puedo yo evitar, no sé qué es. Tal vez será, tal vez que tú me completas y lo haces muy bien. Quizás será, quizás que me ha sorprendido a mí y a mi corazón. Eso será, tal vez. No sé cómo me hipnotizas, que no me puedo yo defender, no sé por qué. Y algo que hay en tu mirada, que no me puedo yo defender, no sé qué es. Tal vez será, tal vez que tú me completas y lo haces muy bien. Quizás será, quizás que has sorprendido a mi corazón. Tal vez será, tal vez que tú me completas y lo haces muy bien. Quizás será, quizás que me has sorprendido a mí y a mi corazón. Eso será, tal vez. Si supieras. Si supieras, aún tu copa sigue en aquel sitio, me guarda compañía. Si supieras que aún puedo contar mis lágrimas en el mantel cuando te vas. Eres la imagen perfecta del amor que siempre espero. Eres la imagen del corazón. Eres la imagen perfecta del amor que yo deseo. Eres la imagen del corazón. Si supieras que me muero cada vez que tu perfume huelo en mi sofá. Si supieras que no sé qué hacer cuando te veo, me siento desmayar. Eres la imagen perfecta del amor que siempre espero. Eres la imagen del corazón. Eres la imagen perfecta del amor que yo deseo. Eres la imagen del corazón.
How did you like that music through dinner, everyone? That's the Cristina Abaroa Trio. Welcome back, everyone. If I can just have your attention, I have something very special I'd like to share with you. Because this is all about mothers and children and families, I wanted to invite my parents to sing for you tonight. And my mother is my greatest inspiration. She's a woman from New York who is like, you know, when they say that I'm a man trapped in a woman's body, my mother is a Mexican girl trapped in a American woman's body. And at a very young age, she fell in love with Mexican music and dance and culture and heritage and history. And when she went to Mexico, she fell in love with flamenco dancing, married my father, had me in Mexico and my brother, who is here tonight. And she has such an emoción. There's no borders. There's no ethnic boundary. My mother is a global citizen. And when my mother and dad weren't together, she got her doctorate in Mexican folklore at UCLA and met this young German professor who is getting his PhD in 19th century Spanish literature. And they fell in love. And they fell in love over la música mexicana, ranchera. And they together became a duo that's famous in East LA and in Mexico. And they sing and they inspire people to realize we're all global citizens. We are all of each other. I'd like you to hear my parents sing Paisano a Paisano. Their names, Ron y Tequila. Un gran aplauso. More close, honey. You can take it off, honey.
And I'm very proud of my daughter and for what she's doing here tonight. And we thoroughly support this whole effort. We're all immigrants, and this song that we're going to sing is dedicated to all the immigrants that are here, especially to the children and to all their contributions that they bring to our culture here. Mr. Trump, you're wrong. They send the best.
Como el águila en vuelo, como la fiera en cielo, desafiando fronteras, defendiendo el honor. He pasado la vida explorando otras tierras para darle a mis hijos un mañana mejor. Si la muerte me alcanza en su loca carrera, envuelto en mi bandera, que me lleven allá. Que me canten el himno de mi patria 10 meses, o me muero 2 veces si me entierran acá. De paisano a paisano, del hermano al hermano, por querer trabajar. Nos han hecho hecho la guerra, patrullando fronteras, no nos pueden domar. De paisano a paisano, del hermano al hermano, es de hombres llorar. Cómo duele la patria cuando llora mi raza, llanto internacional. De paisano a paisano, antes de seguir cantando, yo le pregunto al patrón, ¿quién recoge la cosecha? ¿Quién trabaja en la limpieza, en hoteles y restaurantes? ¿Y quién se mata trabajando en construcciones? Mientras el patrón regaña, tejiendo la telaraña en su lujosa mansión, muchas veces ni nos pagan. Y para que sane la llaga con sal envenenada, nos echan la inmigración. Si con mi canto pudiera, derrumbaría las fronteras para que el mundo viviera con una sola bandera en una misma nación. Así ha dicho. De paisano a paisano, del hermano al hermano, por querer trabajar. Nos han hecho la guerra, patrullando fronteras, no nos pueden domar. De paisano a paisano, del hermano al hermano, es de hombres llorar. Cómo duele la patria cuando llora mi raza, llanto internacional. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Y sigue la lucha. Gracias.
Oh my God, qué lindo. Running Tequila, muchísimas gracias. Nos encanta escucharlos. And next we're going to see what we're going to experience in the near future much more often. Daughter from Salvatorians. First generation American, Salvatorian, Angelino, Natalie. And I want to also introduce for your dessert, please keep on enjoying your dinner. And Angelito is going to come back for dessert. So here we are. Natalie goes first. Come on, Natalie, come on stage. It's all yours.
See it, that dream I'm dreaming. There's a voice inside
On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video.
What I'm going to do is to introduce for you for dessert. Please continue to enjoy your dinner. We have again the great voice and talent of Angel Garcia. Come on stage, Angel.
I'm back. This song is very special. I sang it in America's Got Talent, in my audition in America's Got Talent, and it's for all you guys. Thank you.
Home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video. On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Ángel Garcia, I hope you guys listened to the one most complicated song that Jose Jose ever made famous. Kudos to you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you. Amazing, amazing rendition. We will be back with our program. I'll give you a few minutes without me so you can enjoy the rest of your dinner. Thank you very much.
On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution,
welcome back, everyone.
and even the promise of certain death.
I hope that was a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes to mingle, to talk to your colleagues and friends. But we're here today to follow and continue with our program and the reason why we're here. I'm going to ask for your attention, please. And I know that we got out of our seats and all that, but dessert has not been served yet. So if you can, please join me here. If I can ask everybody to take their seats again, I would really appreciate it. All right? Okay. So because we're back to, yeah, we have a fiesta and we're Latinos and all that, but we're here to go back to our main reason, to the main reason why we're here. We're talking about programs that help these kids just cope with life, find a good attorney, find representation, and be able to follow their dream of being in this country away from the violence and the insecurity that reigns in our countries. Hello, hello everyone. May I please call for your attention one more time? Father, thank you. Pastor, thank you. Pastor, hello, I'm here. Yeah, I don't see you through the window. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Pastor. Okay, so I would like to introduce to you tonight a young man from El Salvador who has benefited so much from what you have done, Pastor Fred, from the center. This has changed his life. Please meet Miguel Muñoz. Miguel.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you deeply for being here. It means the world to us. I must admit, my nervousness amazes me. My name is Miguel. I am from a place called Astoria, a small town of the department of La Paz in El Salvador. I am the eldest of 4. I am the son of a good man who has my name, and of Rebecca, the loveliest mom ever. Thank you, thanks. A month before the following events, I never pictured myself leaving the country. I was positive that I could finish my studies, and I always wanted to think that if I kept myself away from the gangs and the violence, I wouldn't be affected. But the truth is, the reality back home contradicted this optimistic hypothesis of mine. And in a nutshell, the main 2 events that made me flee were one day I was going to the university in the morning and I witnessed a kidnapping. I rode the pickup like always, like usual, and it was full of other passengers like usual. And all of a sudden, 3 hooded men stood in front of the street and stopped the car. While they were forcing the victim out of the vehicle, I was able to recognize the voice and the eyes of one of the kidnappers. And I knew he had seen me see him because he seemed scared, he seemed surprised, and I was terrified. A week later, the same guy, Walter was his name, I knew him because he had been my neighbor. He threatened that he would kill me if I revealed his identity. The other thing that happened to me is I was coming back from the university, and I came across the most feared gang member of my community. His name, Gerardo. Gerardo and two other guys battered me inside a moving bus and left me in bleeding nose, multiple bruises, and a threat that they would kill me the next time they'd see me. He explicitly said, "You're lucky we found you here," implying, of course, that if they had found me outside the vehicle, they probably would have killed me. So I stopped going to the university from that day on. I stopped going to the university from that day, and a month later, I departed heartbroken. I suffered a lot throughout my journey. It took me 21 days to get to the Mexican border with the US, and then I was detained in a center for 2.5 months until I was released with my uncles here in Los Angeles. God took me here. There's no doubt. I know that He's planned something for me and for all of us who come here seeking for a better life. The biggest proof of that, in my case and the case of many other families, is the Welcome Center. It's no coincidence that I found this place and these wonderful people who have become my family. I never thought I'd feel this way being so far away from home, but they've helped me realize that I can succeed, that it's plausible, that I have nothing to fear. They've helped me and a couple other 100 kids in every possible way. I will always be thankful, and I'll always cherish this seed that they've sown in me, the call to help others for the rest of my life. I am currently enrolled in a community college, and I plan to transfer to UCLA within two years. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Can you imagine how hard it is to stand here before us and talk and say your story, the painful story all over again? And that's why the funds are needed, to help kids like Miguel come out here. So that's why I want to introduce our auctioneer, Mark Kriske, celebrated weatherman at KTLA, fellow friend, great friend with Krim Marshall also, who volunteered and commandeered the publicity and secured many of the auction items we will see here tonight. Please welcome Mark. Come on.
Check. All right, good evening, everybody. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic evening. My name is Mark Kriske from the KTLA Morning News. Thank you. I am so grateful to be here and so grateful to be able to help in this cause. And my job at KTLA as a weatherman is, it's quite ironic. I can tell you right now, if you're sleeping in tomorrow morning, your weather forecast, and if you miss it for tomorrow, is waking up with morning haze at the beaches, clearing skies through the afternoon. Temperatures at the beaches, 70 in the valleys, 80s and 90s. We could reach 100. Back to you, Kim.
Hey guys, listen, I have a PR firm that specializes in travel, and I've got clients and friends around the world, and I called them up and I said, just shut up and donate. Because this is worth it. You do a lot of things that maybe help, but this will really make a difference. So do you guys see that paddle on your table? It is so special. Pick it up, look at it. You know what it says? We are family. That is artwork done by the kids at the center, and that was meant and put on sticks for you to raise it in the air tonight and really give your heart and give from your pocketbook and your credit card and help this center and help these kids, because you won't regret it. Okay, we need the AV people to put up our slides.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put up our slides. We've got something on the auction, and please pay attention. Get your credit cards out. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. And once again, we're making money for a great, great cause. Now, first of all, we've got something just about for everybody. We've got a couple of Mexico vacations. We have one dream bucket list vacation. We also have some merchandise for the ladies. We have some purses, some handbags, absolutely. And we've got something from American Dolls. So if we could get this going, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we have 2 vacations, and these are courtesy of Palace Resorts. Kim, tell them about them.
Okay, now I have to click, look, and can't cry. I can't cry because I did my makeup, and that's that. So there we are. Okay, Palace Resorts has given us inclusive resorts, all inclusive. One in Cancun, one in Playa, what is it? Playa del Carmen, you know it. Okay, there we go. The first one is Beach Palace. It's on the Yucatan Peninsula, and it's on the easternmost point of Mexico. Some people think that certain countries are scary and send bad people, but we see how beautiful they are. And we want you to really enjoy this 3-night stay in a superior deluxe villa. Let's see, 287 rooms on a white sand beach, breathtaking views. There's a kiddie pool. There's a playroom for the kids. Okay, couples like it too. A rooftop pool and bar. Infinity pool in front of the Caribbean Sea. Are you ready? Bidding starts at $500.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Get your paddles out. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money. Bidding starts right now. This is valued at over $2,000. Get your paddles out. If we got spotters out in the room too, because it's hard to see, yell it out. Anybody for opening bid? $500. Anybody for $500? We've got $500 there. How about $600? Anybody for $600? This is valued at $2,000, over $2,000. We got $600 right there. How about $700? Anybody for $700? To the lady right over there. Back to you. You know what? We're going to go back to you for $1,000. How about $1,000 back to you? Yes. You got it. Come on, $1,000. You can do it. It's still have problem. Whoa, we've got $1,000. $1,000 over there, right there. $1,500. Anybody for $1,500? Hold your paddles up high. We're looking for the spotters. We've got $1,000 right there. $1,500. Anybody for $15? Anybody for $1,300? $1,300. We got $1,000. Who's $1,000? I've lost track right now. Get a spotter over at $1,000. Where is $1,000? We're looking for the table. Okay, the $1,000. How about $1,100? $1,100. $1,000 right there. $1,100. $1,100, please. Anybody right now? It's valued at over $2,000. We've got $1,000. Once again, Kim, tell them a little bit about what you're going to get in this trip. We've got $1,000 right over there.
I don't know how you guys feel about being nickeled and dimed, but how wonderful to lay in your beach lounger and realize, I'm going to order room service. I'm going to breakfast. I'm going to dinner. My kids are going to the camp. It's all inclusive. Add it up, divide it up, and realize this is a deal of deals. Raise those paddles.
Can you imagine, you go on vacation, you're with your kids, and you put them in the kids club, and they don't even want to see you. You see them at dinner time, and then you go to bed with them, then you enjoy your vacation, the kids do. So we've got $1,000, we're looking for $1,100. Anybody for $1,100? Lady, ma'am, wait, have we got, I'm seeing somebody pointing over there, sir. Are you pointing? $1,100? Have we got $1,100 right over there? I can't see. Have we got $1,100? Yes, $1,100. Right over there. So, we've got $1,100 over there. Let's go back over here. $1,200. If anybody's over here for $1,200, we got $1,100. We're going to hammer this down in just a couple of moments. We've got $1,100 going once. What? Do we have $1,200 anywhere? We've got $1,100 right over there. Do we have $1,100 going once? No, you, sir, no. No, you're not. So we've got 1,000 still over here. Don't be pointing and fingering and doing this kind of stuff during an auction. You're going to end up buying something. Ma'am, we had $1,000 here somewhere, correct? We did have 1,000. Yes. Okay, $1,000 going once. $1,000 going twice. Here we go. $1,000 sold.
Wow.
Thank you
what
very
a deal.
much.
What a deal.
Remember, all this money, you just bought a vacation for half price and you just donated $1,000 to the center. Thank you.
Talk about a win-win. All right, I just had a news flash that Giselle Fernandez must surprise us all with a special award right this minute. So hold on to your seats, hold on to your hats, and keep your wallets front and center.
Don't put your wallets away.
Keep those credit cards handy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to begin our awards program just a bit sooner than we thought because of a very perfect reason, and it has to do with motherhood, and I think you're going to understand, and it's so special that we want to just kind of jigger things around a bit. So to present our first award, it is my honor to welcome to the stage a superstar actress and champion for children in her own right. You know her from her famed Desperate Housewives fame and spectacular career as star and producer, but also for her endless activism and philanthropy, always been a voice for immigrant and civil rights, for women's rights, for reform and justice. Tonight she joins us as a mother who just literally had her first baby boy, Santiago. Yeah, she just had her baby, but she thought it was so important to be here this evening to champion our kids and our center. And of course, her dearest friend and comadre receiving the award this evening. Please give a warm welcome to a beautiful friend of all children who just left her baby to be here right now, Miss Eva Longoria!
You guys are lucky. I showered for this. But if I pass out, it's because my girdle is so tight, I can't even breathe. It's like, Spanx is the greatest invention. It's for moms. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so excited about the work that this organization does, and I would not have missed this for the world, not only because of my dear friend Alex, but because I really hate what is happening right now on the border, not only to the kids, to the humans, to the moms, the dads, everybody that's crossing the border. There's so much bigoted rhetoric that demonizes our culture. You know, people think Latino is synonymous with immigrant. And I feel very strongly, especially now as a mom, that we gotta all stand up. We have to all stand up and use our voices to fight for these children. So I hope that you do text to donate Refugee at 77948 today. Because it's important. Every little bit counts, and the work that you guys are doing is amazing, and I applaud you guys so much. But I'm here to talk about my amazing friend who's receiving this amazing award. She's not only a friend, she's my family. And she's an amazing actress who worked with me on a great show called Telenovela. I know! It's a really good show. But going to work every day to see Alex's face and to go to work every day with somebody who has your same values, who has the same morals, who has the same cultural background. There's a shorthand between us. You know, our hearts spoke to each other with the work that we do across many communities, the work that Alex does for the Children's Hospital, the work that she does here, the work that she does to support Padres contra el Cáncer. I mean, there's so many things that Alex does, and she's just an amazing human being. She's had so many roles in her life as an actress, but I think the most important role that she's ever had has been activist and philanthropist. And every time I need something, I just call on Alex, and she's always there saying, yes, where do I go, what do I do? And that's rare in Hollywood. So it's her commitment to advocating for kids in underserved communities. She just wants to make sure everybody reaches their full potential, and she wants to create opportunity for the kids from our community. So it's my privilege and my honor to present the 2018 Champion of Children Award to my dear friend, my comadre, my sister, Alex Meneses. You know where she is? Ah! I know. This is a long stay.
Oh my gosh. She just gave birth 7 weeks ago, okay? She just gave birth. Can you believe this? Oh my God, Eva, I love you so much. She's my little baby sister, my much more famous, richer baby sister. and I'm thrilled to be here. I want to thank Giselle and Ivana for putting this together, and Pastor Fred for the wonderful work that you've been doing all of these years. You're an amazing human being and selfless and devoting your life to this. I admire this. I admire the work of this beautiful center and the precious children that you advocate for. And I am ashamed of how we're treating our children who come to this country for help. I'm a proud Mexican-American woman and mother. My father came here from Mexico as an immigrant, as an illegal immigrant, and married my mother, who is American. So that was fixed. Don't deport me. But they came here, my father came here for a better life, to give us a better life. And he worked so hard. He was the hardest working man I ever met in my life, without complaint. If he got an extra bit of work at the restaurant, he considered it a blessing. He considered it God's blessing. And he gave us the world. He gave my brothers and me the world. And that's what I want to give to my baby girl, my daughter Stella. Isn't that what we want for our children? Isn't that what we all want? To give them the best we can? That's why people are coming here. We've politicized these innocent kids. We've demonized these children who've lost everything. They come here and we put them in cages, cold, away from their parents. And when they cry now, many have been mocked by the guards. I care deeply about these kids. All of these kids are our kids. Any child that needs help is everyone's responsibility. And if receiving this award, I can bring any sanity and voice to these voiceless children. It's my honor, and it's the right thing to do. Standing by and doing nothing is not okay. Thank you for raising your voices. Thank you for being here. Thank you for donating. Please donate any amount that you can. Thank you for defending the indefensible. God bless you, and thank you for the work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you, Eva, for showing up. Thank you, all three of you. Oh my gosh. Beautiful time to make pictures. And this is the reason why you're here today, too. So we're going to continue with our auctioneer, Mark Gursky. Thank you very much for joining us again on stage, Mark. Thank you, Eva. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to remind you some of the costs that we're covering here and what the center is doing. Just imagine right now, $100, that's just $100 goes for transportation to the court hearings. $500, that's the cost for legal applications. $1,000 for legal appeal, $1,500 for basic attorney fees. That's just basic attorney fees. $5,000 for full legal representation, and that's what the center is helping out to do, and that is what your money right now, as you are buying vacations and other stuff, this is what you're contributing to. Okay, let's go to the vacation number 2 in Mexico.
Okay, now we're going to Riviera Maya, Playa del Carmen, along the Yucatan Peninsula. There you are. There's nightlife, there's shopping, there's a beach. Enjoy a Royal Deluxe room at this hotel on a powdery white sand beach overlooking glistening turquoise waters. There's Japanese restaurants, Italian restaurants, American cuisine, and of course, the Awe Spa. So think of just saying awe, relaxing, and also doing something fabulous for these kids. If 85% get successful refugee status just by having their legal fees covered, imagine what your donation tonight might do. So grab your paddles, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Grab your paddles, grab your credit cards, and here we go. Playa del Carmen, valued at $2,500. Our opening bid starts at $750. Anybody for $750, you're donating your money for a good cause right there. Thank you very much. How about $800? We got $750. Do we have $800 right over there to the gentleman? Hold it up high. How about $850? Back to you, ma'am, right here. How about $850? We've got $750 over there. How about $800? Right back to you over here. $850. Do you want to go for it? Yes, $850. Sir, you are looking at $900 now. Back to you, sir. $900. Anybody for $900? We've got $850 right here. This sounds like a great vacation. Somebody over here. You can take all of them. I'm fine with that. Okay, we got $850 here. Anybody for $900? You're $900.
All
okay.
inclusive. All inclusive.
All inclusive. There we go. $1,000 right back there. $1,000 right back to you here.
You just paid
How about
someone's court fees.
$1,500? Come on. You're not going to let that go. $1,500. The paddle's getting passed. We've got $1,000 over there, all inclusive. How about $1,200? $1,200, yes. Sir, back there, $1,500. Do we have $1,500? We got $1,200 over here, $1,500.
Look at those white sand beaches.
Check those pictures out. So we got $1,200 for this group over here. You're gonna lose it. $1,200 going once, $1,200 going twice, $1,200 sold. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, guys, now this is serious. This is serious. I had to sell my soul to get this donation for you guys. It's an I was wrong on the price, $8,800 week at Rancho La Puerta in Mexico. Get ready, it's right below San Diego. It's 3 miles over the border in Tecate. You can sneak out and get Tecate beer and margaritas if you want, but it is the original destination spa in North America. It's a bucket list destination. I tell you, 1 week can change your life. Are you ready? Every morning you get up and hike. Are you listening? Because this is an $8,800 week. And you could save 8 children from being deported. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. That's what it is. So think about it. You need a vacation. Do you think Giselle could do what she does without going to spas? No. She gets rejuvenated. And that's why she can make all of us do all of this, okay? So you too could rise to those heights. $8,800 value. Look at this gorgeous place. Every morning you hike the spiritual mountain, Mount Kuchuma. There are 60 exercise classes. Take your pick. Meditation, yoga. You want art? You want painting? You want Tai Chi, Tai Bo? What do you want? Is your posture bad? Do you hate your wife? Do you hate your husband? Do you want to start a new business? I guarantee you 7 days there, you will come out a new person. You're like, the hell with it. I have to do this, okay? Raise those paddles. It was founded in 1940. They must be doing something right. 75% of their guests are repeat. So you be one of them. Come on.
Here we go. If that isn't a sale, I tell you, I don't know how to sell it. $8,800. Let's start the opening bid at $2,500. Ladies and gentlemen, $2,500. Do we have it right here? I do believe. There we go. We have the opening bid at $2,500. How about $3,000? Anybody at $3,000? We got $2,500. There we go. $3,000 back to you, ma'am. 3,500. I didn't even say the price, but we'll go 3,500. 4,000. Back to you. 4,000. Anybody at 4,000? Right where? What? We got 4,000 right over there. 4,500. We're looking for 4,500. 4,500. 5,000. 5,000. How about 6,000? $6,000. We've got 5,000. Anybody for $6,000? We got 5,000. How about 5,500? We got 5,000. Anybody for 5,500? I'm looking around the room. Right, 5,500 for this gentleman right now.
Now we're talking. 5 children.
Over there,
you're
sir.
helping.
6,000. We got 5,500. 6,000. 5,500 going once. We're not going to drag this one out.
You will never get this again.
Hang on. Do we got 5,500 here, or is it 6,000?
Doubt me now. Regret it later.
We got 5,500 here. 5,500 here. We're looking for 6,000. Hang on, I can't see. Do we have 55? 6,000 right over there to the lady. I'm going to drop it down now. 6,000. We're going to go to 6,100. Anybody for 6,100? 6,100. Anybody for, sir, 6,100. We got 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 going
You'll never
once.
get it for this price. This is
6,000 going,
6,100.
Thank you. 6,500, 6,500 right there. And we got 6,600, 6,600, 6,500 going once, 6,500 going twice.
It's a deal. It's a villa. It's a mountain villa.
6,500 sold. Thank you for your generosity. Let's go and do it, Kim.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. Next one. Who has daughters in this audience? Put your hands up. Do you have a daughter? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Do you love them? Good. Does anyone have an American Girl doll already? All right. See? Okay. So this is the most popular. Excuse me. What's happening? Okay. Thanks. This is the most popular American Girl package in the country. Have you been to the Grove in West LA, right? Okay, so you stay at the Orlando on West 3rd, which is a boutique hotel, 95 rooms, restaurant, shopping. It's so much fun. You can walk to the Grove, but when you check in with your little girl, you, the dad, grandma, anything, you check in with your doll, you get a bed, a blanket, a robe, and slippers for the doll and the daughter. Isn't that cute? And you also get a $50 certificate so you can go to the store and probably buy a shoe. No, that's a joke. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, what's the opening bid for this, Mark? Tell me.
We're going to move this one along very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, because this one we're going to start off. The value is $400, $399.00. We're going to open it up at $150. If you got daughters there, a $400 prize package right here.
Right there.
Oh, we've got all kinds of them. You know what? That's already at $150. We're going to have to jump it up to $250. $250. Anybody for $250? Are we anybody for $250 still? I saw a bunch of $150s. Anybody for $250? How about $200? Let's go for $200. I saw a couple of $150s.
It's a steal.
$200. Well, then I'll drop back down to $150 and we'll close her down. Who's got $150? We had a couple of paddles.
Daughter. There
$150
you go.
right over there. $150. Are you still in? Yes, you are. $150. $175. We've got $150 going once. $150.
Half off.
$150
this could be
going twice.
transportation to a legal appointment, a court appointment for a child.
$150 going twice. Do we have $175? $175 right there. $200. She's saying $200. How about $250? Anybody for $250? We got $200 right over there.
$250.
$250. We got $250. Where's the $250? I can't see it. Okay. We got somebody for $250. I can't see it. Do we?
Yep. Right
yes.
there.
Okay. So how about $300 back over here? We got $250. How about $300? $250 going once. 200. Well, we got 300 back there. 300, yes. Wag your paddle if you're 300. 300. 300 going once. Anybody over 300 up to 350. 300 going twice. Anybody up to 350. 300 going twice. What? 500. Wow.
Who is that person? We love you.
Thank you, sir. 500. You know what? I'm going to 500 once, twice, 3 times. Sold. 500.
I'm so proud of you guys, seriously, and your little girls are going to be so happy. Okay, now this is a special thing. Is Deborah Sawaf in the audience? Please, Deborah, come up if you are.
Deborah Sawaf, please come on up.
Deborah, we're looking for you. Now, Tale Blanc is a luxury purse designer. Look at that. J-Lo carries one of her purses. That's a Talia clutch. She's carried that purse for 3 years to different events. Do you know that purse goes for $1,900? And the starting bid tonight is $500. So we have 2 purses tonight, and then just remember that the purses on display tonight here also, if you purchase one of them, 20% of those proceeds go to the Refugee Center. But right now we have 2 purses. First, the J-Lo clutch. It's called the Talia clutch. Ready, Mark? Starting at $500.
Starting at $500, valued at $1,700. There it is, the clutch. And ladies, come on. You get the shoes, you get the purse, you get the clutch. You got to get it all, guys. If you don't buy it for her and she leaves here going, what? You didn't buy it for me? What, are you kidding? All right, we're starting the bid right now at $500 for the purse. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, for the purse, $500. Anybody, $500? Do we have a bid? We have a bid right there, sir. You are a gentleman. $500 right there. How about $600? Anybody for $600? We have $500 right over there. And if you are bidding, please, I can't see because of the lights, but we got $500 right over there going for $600. We're going to move these fast. We've got 2 of them. $500 going once. Do we have $600? Yes, we do have $600 right over there. Sir, how about back to you? 7. Ma'am, back to you.
Look how
8.
good that would look on your thigh.
8. How about 9? How about 1,000? Back to you. We got 9 over there. 1,000. They're valued at $1,700. We've got 1,000 right over there. 1,000 going once. 1,100 right over there. 1,200. 1,300. How about it? 1,300. We got 1,200 right over there, gentlemen. We're moving this fast. 1,200. Don't miss up on it. 1,200 going once. 1,200 going twice. You got your last chance. 1,300 or 1,100 right there, or 2. We're at what?
1,200. Yep.
We're at 1,200, right? Yeah, you're good with that anyway. All right, sold to the gentleman at $1,200. Now, we have one more bag.
Here it is, guys. This is the Audrey bag. Now remember, it's inspired by Audrey Hepburn. It's made of pebbled leather and vintage silk pony, which is really calf hair. So it's very exotic. I don't have J-Lo's thigh to show you, but it is a beautiful bag. So bidding starts at $500 for this $1,800 bag.
Here we go. $500 opening bid. There we go. You missed the first one. We got it $500. How about $600? Anybody for $600? We got $500 going right over there. This lady wants one. She wants one badly. She missed the last one. $600. Anybody for $600? We're going to move this one along real fast because you know what? I want you. Hang on. Is there somebody else at that table right there? Okay, you're bidding back and forth. $700. $800. Anybody for $800? We got $700 over there. Anybody for $800? $700. It's going fast. We've got $700 over there. $700 going once. Anybody else? Anybody else? Get in on it right now. $700 going twice. $700 sold. Congratulations. And once again, the center thanks you. Now we've got some great stuff for music lovers. We've got tickets. We've got guitars. We've got it all. And we're going to move this along very quickly. Go ahead, Kim.
All right, guys, listen. We've skipped over 6 tickets to Santana at the House of Blues. Anybody here interested? before we say no? You want that? Okay, well then put your paddles up. Okay, ready? 6 tickets to a Santana concert, 3 pairs of 2. They're valued at $200 each. You've got 5 minutes. Go, Mark.
Here we go. Santana tickets, value $200 each. So that would be $400 for a couple. We've got 3 pair of them. So let's start the bidding at $200. Anybody for $200, you're getting them at half price at that point. Right there, sir. $200, $300, $250. Let's go for $250. Anybody for $250? Hold your bag. Okay, way back there, $250. How about, sir, $300? $300 for the Santana tickets in Las Vegas. House of Blues. We've got $250 over there. Anybody for $300? Anybody for $300? Hang on, hang on. There. Do we have some? Okay, way back there. We've got $300, right? $300. She says yes. $300. $350. You're going for $350. Anybody for $400? Remember, it's all going for a good cause. You're going to see a great concert. We got $350. $350 going once. $350. You're at $400. $400. Yes. We've got $400. How about $450? And please, $450. Yes. $450. $500 right over here. How about $600 back there? We got $500 here. $600. $500. How about $550? I'll drop it down. $550. $600, sir. $600. No. $550. $550. Oh, $600 right over here. $600. Okay. $600. $650. $650. $7 right over there. $750 for Carlos Santana. $750. How about $800? $800. That's for 2 tickets. $800. $850. $900. How about $900? 2 tickets. $900. $950. 2 tickets. Carlos Santana in Vegas. We got $850. How about $900? $900. You know what? You got to put your paddle up fast, or I'm going to hammer it down. We got $900 right now. Going once. $900 going twice. $900. Oh, $950. Wow. How about $1,000? How about $1,050? $1,000 going to the gentleman here once, going twice. $1,000. Thank you for your contribution.
So nobody go without a Carlos Santana ticket. Come and see Mark Kriske afterwards. You will get the last 2 pair. Okay? We're moving on. We have a big program. Here we go.
Okay, now our final item. Once again, for this auction, and this is the final item, and we will continue with the entertainment and having a whole lot of fun, and we just want to thank everybody. But this is quite an item. Go ahead and tell them all about it.
Okay, can you read the sign there? Paul Reed Smith double cut Santana SE guitar. That's student edition for those who don't know. This features artwork from the Santana 5 album, which was so popular. It's only one of 100 guitars made like this. Anybody play guitar in the audience? Anybody? Anybody like Carlos? Okay, let's sell this puppy. This is our last item. We're looking for $1,500. Starting bid, Mark? $350.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a piece of art. This is a piece of history. If you are a music lover, if you're not, this is a collectible item. Once again, Carlos with the artwork from his Carlos 5 album. Original, or the going price, $1,500. We're going to start the bidding at $350. Let's put up those paddles. Let's hear. Pay attention. This is the last item for bids. $350. There's a musician lover. $350. How about $400? $400. Okay, you know what? We got a bunch of paddles going up here. How about $700? $700. $800. Right over here. We got $700. How about $800? Going back to you, we got $700 over there. Anybody for $800? We want to get on with the entertainment. We're going to be selling this one fast. We've got $700 in the back of the room. Sir, how about $800? Are you up to it? We've got $800 right over there. The gentleman in the white shirt. $900 to the lady right there. How about $1,000 to the gentleman in the white shirt? It's for a great cause. It's a Carlos Santana. It's one of a kind. Or actually, there's only, they can't say one of a kind. There's like a couple more of them made, but okay. 1 of 100. We've got $1,000 to the lady right there. $1,000, you good for it? Yes, she's good for $1,000. How about $1,100, sir? $1,100. We've got $1,000. We got to wrap this up and get into the music. We got $1,000 going once. We've got $1,000 going twice. We got, whoa. We've got 1,100 right there. How about 1,200 to the lady in the back? We got 1,100, 1,200. Are you going for 1,200? Do we have somebody for 1,200? Okay, I can't see. Yeah, 1,200, 1,200, 1,300. Carlos Santana guitar. We've got 1,200. We've got 13 actually. 1,300 right over there, right? 1,300. 14. We're looking. We got 1,300. We're looking for 1,400. 1,300 going once. 1,300. Hang on. Yeah, 1,300 right there. Anybody for 14? Anybody for 14? 14 right there. Ma'am, 15, possibly 15 right there, 1,500. Come on, you can do it. 1,500. We're looking for $1,600. 1,500 going once. 1,500 going twice. 1,500. Bam, sold. Thank you for your generous contribution. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And boy, have we got some great entertainment for you. I appreciate that.
Oh my God.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much for guiding us through our auction. And thank you to everybody who gave money for this. Thank you. This is fantastic that what we're doing here. So I would like to invite now one of the trauma specialists who works with the kids and parents on Sundays at the center. So Greg has been writing songs for 40 years and uses his music to uplift the kids he counsels. The songs he sings tonight were inspired, or the one that we will sing was inspired by the stories he hears from children and adults who have risked their lives to be here. So he's accompanied by his musical partner, Luis Nicolais. Please come on stage. And some of the kids from the center. Please put your hands together for them.
Hey guys, this is a friend of mine that helps me every Sunday that I'm there with the music sheets. I bring my guitar and we do a lot of American music before I go and work with the parents as a therapist. And I'll lift. So why don't you tell them what your name is?
My name is Alex.
And where are you from?
Honduras.
And how old are you?
7.
7. And so Alex will come and he passes out all the song sheets for me, and then helps us all sing. And then we all break up into groups. And he, of course, goes with the boys group. And then I work with the parents. And tonight, Louie and I are going to sing a song that was inspired by a lot of the stories that we hear. Thanks, Wilson. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow's yet to come, and today is not promised to me neither. Daddy tells me run, don't look back, but that the promised land may not be there either. Liberty and justice, that's what I was taught. But at times it seems that it's only true for few. Don't they know that I miss my homeland? But tonight I'm glad I'm sharing this with you. Walking down the road in the middle of the night, lifeless bodies usher me to go ahead. And I think, what gives me the right to keep on moving on when they too wanted to live but now are dead? Liberty and justice, that's what I was taught, but at times it seems that it's only true for few. Don't they know that I miss my homeland? But tonight I'm glad I'm sharing this with you. Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the opportunities that you have given me. Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate being free. Last night I had a dream, and everything was fine. All my family members gathered in this space. But when I opened up my eyes, which then I realized that only half of us were here in our new place. Liberty and justice, that's what I was taught. But at times it seems that it's only true for few. Don't they know that I miss my homeland? But tonight I'm glad I'm sharing this with you. Don't they know that I miss my homeland? But tonight I'm glad I'm sharing this with you. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow's yet to come, and today is not promised. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, this was so touching. Music is going to continue to be played here on this stage, so don't go anywhere. But next, I would like to introduce the lead therapist of the center, and her name is Yolanda Bersendine, who she leads the youth therapy sessions on Sundays, and she is really beloved. Please, Yolanda, join me on stage.
Thank you so much. Our next awardee is Linda Pillsbury and Temple Sinai of Glendale for their tireless dedication and support of our children. Linda has spearheaded our trauma counseling program, helping so many children cope with traumas they have endured. With great admiration and affection, please welcome our first 2018 Champion for Children's awardee, Linda Pillsbury.
Thank you so much. The real champions, of course, are the children and the families, and Fred and Amanda, April and Yvette, who do so much good work here day in and day out. I'm very honored to get this award, which is really for our whole team of EMDR trauma therapists who have been working with the kids and families for the past 2 years. Special thanks go to Heidi Pidcoke, who made the first time happen, Greg Carlson, who you just heard sing, also here since the beginning, Yolanda Brizendine, who works tirelessly for the kids, Shelley Welty, Amy Porter, who have come again and again, and the many other therapists, translators, and caring people who have participated, all totally volunteer. This was an accidental project for me. I don't speak Spanish, and I wasn't connected to the community. But when Heidi moved to Switzerland after our one-off trauma healing workshop, and Pastor Fred wanted to continue, I stepped in to organize. What keeps us coming is the kids, how scared they were when gang members kidnapped a cousin, when they traveled for a month or two without an adult, or when they were held in INS detention, cold and hungry. And now, they are in a new country, learning a new language, missing home and family. They are our inspiration. Their courage and perseverance, energy and optimism represent the best of America. But they don't know if they will get asylum and be able to stay, or if they will be sent back to the violence they fled. Each of us can help, even if we don't speak Spanish, even if we are busy, even if ... We can help with our skills, with our time, with our voices, and with our money. We can make a difference. I ask each of you to do whatever you can. In the words of Hillary years ago, if not now, when?
We also now would like to honor the Temple Sinai of Glendale for their consistent support and generosity, helping and advocating on behalf of our children. Please give a warm applause to Maggie Freed, President of Temple Sinai of Glendale.
Thank you. Thank you. The members of Temple Sinai of Glendale selected the Refugee Children Center as the recipient of our appeal during the High Holy Days. And our religious school children chose to donate the funds they collected throughout the school year as well, based on Linda Pillsbury's efforts. We all recognized the important work that you are doing to help these children, and it was our honor to do so. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Maggie, Linda, for that. Now to our next award, and please give me a huge welcome. Help me give a huge welcome to the legendary and beloved international star of film and television, including such incredible films as La Bamba and the hit ABC series How to Get Away with Murder and the Netflix original series Ozark, joined by the real star. A dedicated father, Isai Morales, and his little daughter. Come on.
Hi, that's her. You know, I just want to take a moment, full disclosure. I'm very protective of my family's privacy. Mine, I don't care about my family's, but I'm not here to show her off. I'm here because I didn't want to leave her at a table with you people. That's how scared I am. I won't even leave her at a table with Hollywood people. I mean, I can't imagine what... All right, honey, there's only room for one ham here, okay? No, but in all seriousness, I can't imagine what these families are going through. It's all been said before. We've shared a tear, and basically, it's an honor for me to be here to support Alex, everyone else here. I mean, there's so many friendly faces, so this here is the America that I know and I love. So Thank you. So I'm honored to present this next award to the Wilson Family Foundation. Let's hear it for the Wilson Family Foundation. The foundation mission leader, founder, Bob Wilson, and his lovely wife, Mary, their mission is simple. It's basically to assist and advocate for those in need. It's that basic. Now, one specific focus is kids with special needs. Now, Bob has been immensely supportive of our efforts at the center, or really there. I'm just here to lend my support. And we are all so appreciative of his commitment, his family's commitment, and generosity. So it is my honor, our honor, to present the 2018 Champion for Children's Award to Bob Wilson.
Say thank you for that introduction, and of course thank you, all of you who have shown up tonight. And if I'd have known that you were giving me this much attention, and if I'd known that in advance, I might have modified my support. But not really, because believe me, helping those that are less fortunate is right at the top of my list for philanthropy. And I'm only sorry that my wife can't join me, because it is a Wilson Family Foundation. But she tonight is in her own little world of dementia, but she's happy and healthy, and thank the good Lord for that. But once again, I want to say, those of you who do the heavy lifting, you volunteers that come every day or once a week or once a month to help out these unfortunate people, you deserve the credit. And once again, I got to say, we are the beneficiaries, because there is joy in giving. Thank you.
To continue with our awards, I would like to introduce, please give me a warm welcome to two inspiring women. These girls, both in front of and behind the camera, from the new hit original Star series Vida. Welcome, please, head cinematographer and the visual genius behind the show, Carmen Cabana, and one of the super talent stars of this beautiful, groundbreaking series, Michelle Prada. Please join them both here with a big warm of applause. Michelle and Carmen, come on.
Ooh, wow, what an extraordinary honor to be here tonight and be part of this just beautiful night. I mean, I'm sure we've all cried and laughed, and it's pretty incredible. This truly means the world to me. ¿A poco no, Carmen?
Absolutamente, querida amiga. We cannot thank the San Fernando Valley Refugee Children Center enough for all that they tirelessly do to help these innocent lives.
It is our honor to present the next Champion for Children Award to Antonio Tijerino. Tony is a tireless advocate of immigrant and refugee rights. He is the beloved CEO of the Hispanic Heritage Foundation, which focuses on education, workforce development, connectivity, innovative leadership, and public awareness, in addition to promoting cultural pride and accomplishments within the Latino community. Antonio is a national voice on Latino issues and speaks on diversity to companies, universities, the US Congress, the White House, and let's just say he's not shy.
His many education and STEM programs empower young Latinos across the country, and he uses his voice to inspire and speak truth that champions the rights of our community. He was just a part of yet another delegation to the border in San Diego, as he has been so many times across the frontera this year, using this platform to truly advocate on behalf of refugee children and immigrant youth everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, Antonio Tijerino.
Thank you very much. I was watching that show on the way up here, by the way, when I flew out here. I got some funny looks from some people next to me that thought I was watching porn, and it wasn't. I was like, no, it's a real show. It's on Netflix. I'm telling you, it's awesome. So I had to explain to them. It was awesome. It was so good. I'm sorry, on Stars. And I also want to take the moment to thank Giselle. You truly represent... You truly represent the importance of having representation at all levels of influence, from the Kennedy Center to your work in the media and business, to being on my board and actually allowing me to work on this issue that isn't necessarily part of our mission. So thank you, Giselle. This is absolutely remarkable what you've been able to do. You're an activator and not just an activist, but you actually spark action in me and many others. It's also important that I acknowledge that I can't do the work I do if it wasn't for the support of my partner Dinah and my children, Mercedes, Toñito, and Alta Maria, who are here tonight. They sacrifice a lot of time that they would have with me, but understand that they actually share in the work I'm doing, and even at this young age, that they have a deep responsibility in this world to serve. Every single one of us has an important role to play in addressing this issue, and often supporters like me are very visible, but never ever lose sight of the fact that the real work is being done on the front lines by organizations like the San Fernando Valley Refugee Center, Pastor Fred Morris, my friend Sister Norma Pimentel, and countless lawyers, doctors, psychologists, volunteers that work directly with these families and children. They don't get to go home. Also, there's this thought that you have to be on the border in order to help this issue. And that couldn't be farther from the case. They're actually on the border for a very short time. They're in our communities for months and even years. And so the real work is being done in our communities, and I really applaud the work of the center. I also want to thank the other honorees and congratulate them, Monica, Linda, Alex, the Wilson Center, Maggie. Congratulations to all of you for your impact on these families and La Causa, and thank you, Pastor Fred. This issue is not new. I've been deeply involved since 2014 when I worked in Rio Grande Valley on the border with Texas and Mexico. Not many people were outraged back then. I know Pastor Fred started the center around that time, but I've spent the last 4 years working on this issue on the border. But when the family started being separated, and it was garnished by the perfect villain, which he and his henchmen are, the issue captured the attention of the entire nation. I'm heartened by that, and that energy is important, but I worry about this issue turning into fashionable activism, that it will go out of style, that when the families are put back together, that suddenly nobody will care about these other families that are being separated by abject poverty, that are being separated by hopelessness, that are being separated by oppressive governments and the worst violence in the world. This issue is not going to go away until we resolve it at the root issue. And the root causes are many. I am from Nicaragua. They haven't been part of this issue, even though we are right next to Honduras and within the Northern Triangle. But that's changed, because now there's civil war in Nicaragua, and you're going to see more and more people coming over here from Nicaragua. When I was down at the border, actually, and I was going down with Monica, who's a fellow honoree, I was taking a delegation down there, and somebody asked me, why are you bothering? Trump passed the executive order. Isn't everything fine now? No, it's not fine. Families are still not together. Kids are being drugged. Kids are being molested. People continue to seek refuge, and we are dealing with a moral crisis in our country. Whether it's unaccompanied minors, whether it's separated families, the tragedies are the same and continue. I played, when we went down there, Monica was part of this, we had a prayer vigil. And I was struck by a woman in McAllen, Texas, who was at the shelter for Sister Norma. And she started praying and thanking God, despite the fact that when she came home from picking up her other 2 kids, her husband and her son, who's a toddler, were inside the house. As she approached the house, she saw it was on fire. It turns out that they weren't able to pay the fees and the extortion money to the gang members, and the police didn't help. So her husband and her toddler son were in the house, and they were burned to death. She did exactly what any of us would do. She headed for refuge. And what struck me was the important role that faith plays in this journey. I can't imagine what she was dealing with, yet she was there holding my hand, thanking God, holding the hands of the children for the blessings that she had by being able to meet us, by being able to go to the border and actually being met by people that actually cared. So you can't underestimate when you run into someone that is hiding in the shadows by simply acknowledging them, by simply welcoming them into this country, your impact will be felt. I thank God for organizations like the Center here in San Fernando Valley, and also for leaders like Pastor Fred and Sister Norma for doing what Americans and people of faith are supposed to do: welcome the stranger among us. All lives have value and deserve dignity, warmth, and support. Earlier this week, I was at a detention center in San Diego with a group of activists brought together by Hispanics in Philanthropy, and we went to the Tijuana border with Mexico to trace the paths and process of our refugee families. It was absolutely heartbreaking. When I came home, I hugged my children as hard as I wanted to hug each one of the children that were being held in cages in the detention centers with terrified and pleading eyes. They are our children. And it's important that we nurture the spirit of empathy, love, and willingness for action in this room and across this country, that we nurture that feeling, because there's a feeding frenzy on the other side for hate, divisiveness, and appalling disregard for humanity. As part of my work on the border, I was able to walk along the various parts of the fence that stand as an anathema to Lady Liberty in the immortal words at her pedestal, which challenges and urges Americans to lift the lamp by the golden door to immigrants and refugees. Unfortunately, I witnessed firsthand a perverse legal process set up to support the mass deportations promised by the draconian current administration, but certainly carrying on the grievous policies of past administrations. But I have also been inspired by the refugees who continue to embody what resilience, faith, and hopefulness we are all capable of. All of us need a reminder of what we are capable of in those 3 critical areas. Again, resilience, faith, and hopefulness, which we can apply to every day of our lives. Thank you again, Pastor Dan, mi hermana Giselle, and to everyone here for allowing me to accept this recognition on behalf of these families who have inspired and humbled me and allowed me the privilege to serve. We are all privileged to serve, so please continue to serve. Thank you.
Beautiful, Ivana and Maria, and so talented on top of that.
Hello, everyone. Actually, before I introduce the next honoree, I would love for everyone to take out their phones. I will wait. So please take out your phones. Do that weird face recognition system. And text refugee, I will spell it, REFUGEE to 77948. It is that easy. You can donate just by texting that. I don't see enough phones, so if you want, I'll wait even longer until everyone really takes out their phones. And yeah, okay, thank you. And now, it is my honor to present this next award, and it truly is my honor, to one of the most amazing champions for children and immigrant families in the world.
Mónica Ramírez. She is a longtime advocate, organizer, and attorney fighting to eliminate gender-based violence and secure gender equity. For over 2 decades, she also has fought for the civil and human rights of women, children, and immigrants. Monica has founded several major initiatives, including the first legal project in the US dedicated to addressing gender discrimination against farm worker women. She is also one of the co-founders of Alianza Nacional de Campesinas, National Farm Workers Women's Alliance. And I could go on listing her endless contributes, but I actually saw her in action firsthand this past weekend, leading a delegation at the border, where she uses her power and position to seek justice for these refugee children and families in countless ways, and her voice to advocate for them at the highest levels of government, from Congress to the White House. Mónica Ramírez is the epitome of our center's 2018 Champions for Children Award. I have seen her firsthand and have been honored not only by her influence, but more so by her friendship. Please help me welcome to the stage my friend, Mónica Ramírez.
Thank you, Ivana. You know, as a longtime activist, I have to say that I'm sure all of you in this room know that we don't do our work for recognition. We do our work because we know it's right. We do our work because we know that there is a cause that's much greater than any one of us that calls us to make change. And in particular, to make change when there are few people who feel as though they can speak out against forces that feel so much stronger than we do as individuals. And in the last few years, as we've seen the child refugee crisis unravel and emerge, because we all know it's not a new crisis, it's one that's been happening for some time. We as activists and as advocates have questioned, what more can we do? How can we make a difference so that we can finally put an end to the suffering that we're seeing across this country and in the eyes of the children who we serve and the children who we fight for? I believe that when we lead with love, great things are possible. And tonight's celebration that Pastor Fred, Giselle, Ivana, Arab, and so many others poured their love into is testament to this. And you see, many of us in this room, when we look at the children and the families, we see ourselves. My great-grandparents came to this country from Mexico. They crossed the border in the Rio Grande Valley because they believed that there had to be something better for them and for their family. And because of their sacrifice, we have had a better life. But I think it's really important for us to remind ourselves and for us to remind this country that when immigrants come to this nation and sacrifice by leaving their countries behind, that they too make this country better. I carry the hopes and dreams of my family on my shoulders and the responsibility to do right by my ancestors. And I'd like to invite the children who are here with us to join me on stage. because this night is not about me or any of us who are receiving this honor. This night is about you. This night is about celebrating each and every one of you. So please come on stage. We are you, and you are us.
Ella está invitando a todos los niños del centro aquí. Hay varios sentados acá atrás. Por favor, venga aquí en este momento. Venga.
Gracias. Sí, por favor. Se nos puede acompañar aquí. Queremos asegurar que entienden que cuando estamos haciendo todo el labor que estamos haciendo, lo estamos haciendo porque sabemos que ustedes son los sueños. No solamente los sueños de sus familias, sino los sueños de nuestra comunidad. You're the dreams of your family, and you are our dreams too. And because of you, your persistence, resilience, and sacrifice, this country will be better. We're grateful to each of you in this room who've made the choice to take action, because there will come a time in our country's history when people will ask, where were you when these atrocities were happening on our border? And you will answer that you were here and that you were with these children and with their families. And you will answer that we did not stop fighting and that we are not turning back. Because these children are our family and these children are our community. Son parte de nuestra familia y son parte de nuestra comunidad. Y espero que nunca lo olviden. Gracias.
Pictures? We're good with pictures. Thank you so much. Mónica, maravilloso. Gracias. Gracias por poner todo en su lugar otra vez. But before we end our evening, I would like to invite here to the podium one of the amazing organizers of tonight's gala. I would like to introduce Grammy Award-winning producer Casey Porter. He has worked with so many, the list is unending, but I would like to bring Casey Porter on stage. Please join me, Casey.
I'm going to be brief. Can you hear me out there? All right, thank you. We have an amazing artist who's been waiting here. He's an artist I'm producing. His name is Gian Marco. Have you heard of Gian Marco? He's an incredible Peruvian singer. And I just thought before we can kind of warm up the whole crowd before he gets out here. Can everybody stand, please, for a second? You're going to need to help me out here. When I say, que se caiga la pared, you say, pa que se junte mi gente, okay? Que se caiga la pared, que se junte mi gente, que se caiga la pared. You're okay, but you're going to need a little work if we're going to get you in the studio. You got to be a little more on top of it. Pa que se caiga la pared, pa que se junte mi gente. Que se caiga la pared, pa que se junte mi gente. Que se caiga la pared. Que se caiga otra vez. All right, you're pretty good. All right, well, thank you. We're going to get Gian Marco up here. Gian Marco, please come to the stage. Desde Peru. I gave him his first Latin Grammy, and I am so proud to be his producer and one of his dear friends. Thank you. Gian Marco.
Buenas noches. Soy peruano, vivo acá en Los Ángeles hace 4 años y tuve la suerte de poder llegar a Estados Unidos, como muchos. La suerte de estar en un avión, de poder llegar, de poder estar aquí. Gracias, Mau. Muchísimas gracias. Y cuando me dijeron para tocar aquí, pues me encanta poder colaborar. Soy embajador de buena voluntad de UNICEF. Me encanta ayudar a los niños y espero que esta noche todos nos llevemos un poquito más de amor, que todos nos llevemos un poquito más de serenidad y de agradecimiento de poder estar vivos de esta manera. Voy a cantar, que es lo que me corresponde. Me voy a acomodar primero. Ok. Tú, cambiándome la tierra por mar, terminas, yo quiero comenzar. Así eres tú. Yo, cambiándote el silencio por mí, sumándole a tus horas mi ruido. No me niegues si te pido vivir, perdiendo la cordura en tu boca, resucitando con cada gota de tu sudor y mi savia. Dime si estás sintiendo lo mismo que yo, que no lo quieres decir y es así. Reconócelo, que tú te mueres de ganas de hacerme sueño en tu cama, que sea en julio, año nuevo, y en tu desierto una flor, y que tú te mueres de ganas de hacer mis ojos ventanas, que sean tuyos mis celos y que te envíe. Y que te envidie mi amor. Ay, 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 ay. Yo me atrevo a hacer un año en tu siglo, a desnudarme haciendo equilibrio. Así soy yo, tú, pensando siempre más de la cuenta, analizando hasta que revienta mi sensatez y tu rabia. Dime si estás sintiendo lo mismo que yo, que no lo quieres decir y es así. Reconócelo, y que tú te mueres de ganas de hacerme sueño en tu cama, que sea en julio, año nuevo, y en tu desierto una flor, y que tú te mueres de ganas de hacer mis ojos ventanas, que sean tuyos mis celos y que te envidie, y que te envidie mi amor. Ok, no hablo inglés usualmente en mis conciertos, pero consideré correcto poder hacer un speech en inglés ahora, así que si hablo como Tarzán, mis disculpas. I'm going to speak in English right now. So, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for allowing me
to be part of a major change in the lives of so many children who need us. A child has rights wherever they go. Right to play, not to be discriminated, right to be protected, right to education, right to be loved and not to be abused. My respect and admiration to all the San Fernando Valley Refugee Center team, all the crew. You can always count on me. Thank you so much. Bueno, I'm a singer-songwriter. I write songs for me, for my albums, and also I write songs for other artists, okay? So right now I'm gonna perform a song that I wrote for Alejandro Fernandez, which is from Mexico. Everybody knows Alejandro, right? Okay. Okay, so I wrote this song. He's in the song, but it's my song. So he's famous, I'm not, but that's okay. It's called, well, maybe you're gonna recognize the song, but escribí esta canción pensando en un amor de pueblo, en la sierra peruana. Canta corazón, que mis ojos ya la vieron por aquí, que he soñado con su risa, que he pasado por su casa, que ha venido porque quiere ser feliz. Canta corazón, que el amor de mis amores ya está aquí, que he guardado en cada carta, que escribí con las palabras, que sembraste en cada beso que te di, y con el tiempo te pensaba, aferrada a mis manos, y con la lluvia consolaba tu ausencia en los años, y con el tiempo yo sabía que algún día morirías por volver. Ay, te lo dije cantando, ay, 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 te lo dije de frente, que volverías conmigo, volverías porque no quieres perderme. ¿La sabes? Te lo dije cantando, ay, 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 te lo dije de frente, que sin mis besos no puedes empezar otra mañana y sacarme de tu vida y de tu mente. Ay, canta corazón, que en la vida estaba escrito que ella y yo éramos abril y marzo, una gota en el desierto, que íbamos a estar tan juntos como la luna y el sol, y con el tiempo te pensaba, aferrada a mis manos, y con la lluvia consolaba tu ausencia en los años, y con el tiempo yo sabía que algún día morirías por volver. Ay, te lo dije cantando, ay, te lo dije de frente, que volverías conmigo, volverías porque no quieres perderme. Ay, te lo dije cantando, ay, te lo dije de frente, que sin mis besos no puedes empezar otra mañana y sacarme de tu vida y de tu mente. Gracias. This song is dedicated to a Peruvian girl named Cristina. Cristina was 5 years old when her father hit her with a wooden stick in the left parietal. Her mother abandoned her, and after a while, her father died of a drug overdose in the streets of Lima. I met Cristina at a kids' shelter, a place in the desert surrounded by sand,
with water, it's a miracle. Cristina lived there for several years with other children, surrounded by love and dreaming one day to calm her sorrow. Over the years, Cristina had 3 surgeries and also learning problems. The only thing that saved her was her love for God and her high self-esteem. She always dreamed of seeing a flower grow in the desert. Today, she's 26 years old. She's a mother of 2 children. She only knows how to deliver love. That's her only mission in life. This song, I wrote for her this song. It's titled Flor de Arena, Flower in the Sand.
No siente frío en verano y el invierno le da igual. Cristina juega descalza sobre una montaña de azúcar y sal. Ella no cuenta su historia, se queda callada y prefiere olvidar. Le hizo un contrato la vida que a los 5 años tuvo que firmar. Él es lucero en la niebla, tiene en los ojos a Dios. Cristina espera descalza que nazca en la arena una flor. Ella es lucero en la niebla, tiene en los ojos a Dios. Cristina baila descalza y espera que nazca en la arena una flor. Le arrebataron el día y su inocencia esquivó. Sobrevivió la osadía de un padre que nunca más se apareció. Con la sonrisa en la mano le puso caras al sol para curarse de pena, dormir en la luna y sentirse mejor. Ella es lucero en la niebla, tiene en los ojos a Dios. Cristina y el horizonte esperan que nazca en la arena una flor. Él es lucero en la niebla, tiene en los ojos a Dios. Cristina baila descalza y espera que nazca en la arena una flor.
I'm gonna grab my charango. This is an instrument from my country, from Peru. It's not a ukulele, no. No, it's not a ukulele, no. Everybody's like, oh, it's a ukulele. No, it's not a ukulele. This instrument has 10 strings. Ukulele only has 4, right? Ok, me voy a salir del libreto porque esta canción, Giselle, where are you? Okay, Giselle. Long time ago, when I used to have hair, I used to brush my hair, I swear. I remember that you saw me singing the Police song, Sting song. So I'm gonna dedicate to you today this song, okay? It's a Peruvian version, it's a cholo version, you know? Yeah. Can I have a little more of my charango here and the monitors? A little more volume, please, on my vocals. Okay, here we go. ustedes. Bueno, voy a acabar con una canción que se titula Hoy. I wrote this song for Gloria Estefan. Gloria recorded this song 2005. Well, the story es la siguiente, ¿no? Yo estaba grabando esta canción para mi disco. Estaba yo viviendo en Miami, que by the way, Miami es el país más cercano a Estados Unidos. Y, sí, y de repente Gloria pasó por el estudio, escuchó la canción y me dijo, I want to record the song. Y dije, no way, it's my song. Y me dijo, no, I want to record it. So I give it to her. This song has a lot of versions around the world. But I wrote this song for my country, for Peru. So I hope you like it. And once again, thank you so much for inviting me here. You said I love you. Pastor Fred, everyone.
Tengo marcado en el pecho todos los días que el tiempo no me dejó estar aquí. Tengo una fe que madura, que va conmigo y me cura desde que te conocí. Tengo una huella perdida entre tu sombra y la mía, que no me deja mentir. Soy una moneda en la fuente, tú mi deseo pendiente, mis ganas de revivir. Tengo una mañana constante y una acuarela esperando verte pintado de azul. Tengo tu amor y tu suerte y un caminito empinado. Tengo el mar del otro lado, tú eres mi norte y mi sur. Hoy voy a verte de nuevo, del volverme en tu ropa, susurrame en tu silencio cuando me veas llegar. Hoy voy a verte de nuevo, a alegrar tu tristeza y vamos a hacer una fiesta para que este amor crezca más. Tengo una frase colgada entre mi boca y mi almohada que te desnuda de ti. Tengo una plaza y un pueblo que me acompañan de noche cuando no estás junto a mí. Tengo una mañana constante y una acuarela esperando verte pintado de azul. Tengo tu amor y tu suerte y un caminito empinado. Tengo el mar del otro lado, tú eres mi norte y mi sur. Y voy a verte de nuevo, voy a envolverme en tu ropa azul. Susurrame en tu silencio cuando me veas llegar. Hoy voy a verte de nuevo, voy a alegrar tu tristeza y vamos a hacer una fiesta pa' que este amor crezca más. Hoy voy a verte de nuevo, ay, voy a envolverme en tu ropa, susurrame en tu silencio cuando me veas llegar. Hoy voy a verte de nuevo, voy a alegrar tu tristeza y vamos a hacer una fiesta pa' que este amor crezca.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Sigamos ayudando a la gente, sigamos apoyando al público. Pastor Fred, thank you so much for inviting me.
El gran Gianmarco, una vez más, fuerte aplauso para él. Gracias, gracias por compartir tu talento, the healing power of music. Before we all wrap it up, I would like to invite back on stage Casey Porter and Pastor Fred Morris. Please join me here just for a few last remarks because all of you are now part of the family. So thank you. Spread out the word. And Pastor Fred.
Two things I want to say. One is on every table there are a number of envelopes with the name of the center on them. Those are to allow you, if you didn't buy something in the auction, if you didn't do anything else on the phone, you can write a check and put in that envelope, okay? We want to invite Giselle Fernandez to come up now. There she is, okay. I just have to say that Giselle has been a gift from God for us. She showed up one day at the invitation of Casey and Amy and has not left, and she has been the heart and soul of this event. Most of you, many of you would not be here if she had not invited you. Many of you would not have known about this event if she had not made it happen. And she has been a tireless worker for this, and we just want to say thank you, Giselle.
And we have a special gift for Giselle, but if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you all for staying. Thank you all for becoming part of this family. I think Antonio Tejerino said it best, and Ivana said it best. The best way you can help is to stay involved. These children are in our own backyards. They live with us. I once asked the Dalai Lama in an interview, whose responsibility is it to take care of the motherless children of the world? And he said, mothers, fathers, they are all our children. Muchísimas gracias for being here tonight. The San Fernando Valley Refugee Children Center is in your backyard. You are now a part of our family. I hope we continue a long-lasting relationship of support and love for our kids. Buenas noches y muchísimas gracias.
So on behalf of all the children who got involved and created this beautiful painting, Giselle, this is their gift to Giselle and from everyone here tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Giselle and all of you, all the volunteers, the staff, the committees, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yvette, thank you very much to all the volunteers. Gloria, everybody, this is your night. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
On my way home from school one evening, I was violently beaten by 2 gang members. I managed to escape their grasp and fled. Days later, I received a threat: join them, or my family and I would be killed. I'll never forget the horrible journey through Mexico. The things I went through. But I'm here now, and I can't look back. Thousands of us crossed the desert into the United States from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We left behind everyone we loved as we fled from gang conscription, forced prostitution, and even the promise of certain death. We lived our entire lives under the rule of gangs that the U.S. created. We've been forced to make a journey no child should ever have to make. And a real shot at asylum is our only chance of safety. We are here, and we need your help. The Refugee Children Center is in desperate need of help to pay for the lawyers who can fight for these survivors. Please share this video.